Good evening, dear friends. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and share. In this today's class, we are going to discuss about muscles of anterior abdominal wall. So, in this anterior abdominal wall, we are going to see the three muscles which are present obliquely, and one muscle is present vertically. There is another vestigial muscle is also present, but it is rudimentary in the case of humans. So the first and foremost muscle which we are going to see is external oblique abdominis muscle. So this external oblique abdominis, which is arising from lower 8 ribs and the muscle fibers which are extending forwards, downwards and medially as you keep your hands in your pocket. And it is forming the aponeurosis, that aponeurosis which is extending medially, and it is going to join at the linea alba, and it is going to join with the opposite side aponeurosis of external oblique abdominis. Then after that, lower part which is going to form the inguinal ligament. That inguinal ligament is thickening of the aponeurosis of external oblique abdominis. That is extending from anterior superior iliac spine to the pubic tubercle. Now coming to the internal oblique abdominis. So this internal oblique abdominis, which is arising from lateral 2/3 of inguinal ligament, iliac crest, and anterior layer of the thoracolumbar fascia. The fibers are extending forwards, upwards, and medially, exactly opposite to the external oblique abdominis fibers. And the aponeurosis of internal oblique abdominis, aponeurosis of external oblique abdominis, and transverse abdominis muscle fibers, which we are going to discuss about in a few minutes. And the three aponeurosis parts, they are involving in the formation of rectus sheath. What about the insertion of this internal oblique abdominis is towards inferiorly, this internal oblique abdominis, which is going to form the conjoint tendon along with the transverse abdominis muscle fibers. Okay, so the fibrous part of internal oblique abdominis, fibrous part of transverse abdominis, together they forms the conjoint tendon. That conjoint tendon which is extending forwards, downwards, and it is extending posteriorly, and it is going to join with the pubic symphysis. And this conjoint tendon which is forming the roof, and also it is forming the posterior wall of inguinal canal. Beneath the internal oblique abdominis, we can identify transverse abdominis muscle fibers. You can see the muscle fibers are running transversely. So this transverse abdominis, which is arising from lateral 1/3 of inguinal ligament, iliac crest, and it is also arising from the thoracolumbar fascia. And transverse abdominis muscle fibers, they are extending forwards and medially, and the aponeurosis of it is forming the posterior layer of rectus sheath. And as I told you earlier, it is also involving in the formation of conjoint tendon along with the internal oblique abdominis that you can identify over here. So this is nothing but the conjoint tendon. Then the vertical muscle which we are going to see is the rectus abdominis. Rectus abdominis, which is arising from the lower three ribs, and the vertical muscle fibers which are extending downwards, and it is reaching to the pubic bone, and it is getting inserted over there. This rectus abdominis is a vertical muscle, and it is having the tendinous intersections between them. This is a favorite muscles of the boys that are called 6-pack or 8-pack, which you can see on this muscle only. That is about the vertical muscle. Then another muscle called as pyramidalis, that is vestigial in the case of humans. Thanks for watching, dear friends. See you soon with a new class.